industries and businesses, and we are actually a bridge between the industries and the government. Actually, with the current state elections having been completed, and with the chamber is very happy to congratulate Madam Chief Minister as well as the new. And the idea of the chamber is to communicate on which we would like the government to work on and make sure that life is much better, not only for businesses but also for the common man. The end of now, we as industry, we help the government in terms of making sure that the life of the common man that we expect from the government and we would like the government to work on. However, we always have to prioritize. So our first one is about the implementation of GST. GST there, first of all, the mood and the sentiment of the business and industry as well as the common man would shoot up. The GST seems to be possibly one of the key factors that foreign investors are looking forward to as something that India should do immediately. There are several of the European governments through their ambassadors, ministers, have actually been talking to us. They have been coming over to the chamber, finding out when this GST would take place. Several of the European countries, including, just now I'm coming from a meeting with the Minister of UK who has come with the High Commissioner and the Deputy High Commissioner, and the main focus is on when will India pass this GST. I'm sure that all of you know the importance of GST. All that I would like to say is that we would urge the state government to help in getting this GST passed and implemented, because Tamil Nadu is not only a manufacturing state. One of the aspects or the impression that all of us have is that Tamil Nadu is mainly a manufacturing state. But what we forget is that Tamil Nadu is also a high consumption state. There is a huge consumption which is taking place in the state of Tamil Nadu. And implementation of GST will help, and even if there is going to be temporarily any fiscal issue arising out of this GST implementation, it would get sorted out, or it would go up beyond what the government is today getting without the GST. Because of this consumption economy, it's going to be helpful for Tamil Nadu as well. So from the point of view of the common man as well, that it is important that we get this GST through and it is implemented. So this is the first request that we are making, where there is enough power available. However, there are some aspects which the government could possibly focus, especially with reference to restructuring of TANGEDCO, and if it could regain, TANGEDCO could regain its prime position in the country, the industrial progress of the state would actually continue unhindered. It is not enough that we have come to a stage where power is available, but we need to continue to make sure that power is available, taking into account the growth of the state. We see a lot of IT companies, ITES companies coming and setting up shop. One of the factors which they actually consider before coming to any state is the power situation. Now, assuming that if a company is going to come into Tamil Nadu, they would look at what will be the power situation maybe after a couple of years, not what's happening today. So, we would like the government to ensure that the power continues to be available and it is in surplus. By the same token, the Tamil Nadu government should accelerate the investment under the infrastructure for ports, roads, industrial townships, modern cities, and water. And in fact, the Vision 2023 statement itself says that about 15 lakh crore would be spent in the next decade or so. So if that could be accelerated, and power is one of the infrastructure requirements, so apart from the other infrastructure requirements which I listed out, power should be ensured that it is there in the state for all the requirements. The third aspect is about the skill development. Tamil Nadu has got possibly the maximum number of colleges, especially engineering colleges. It produces almost about 28% of the engineering graduates which India produces. But however, not all of them are employable. One of the key things that we keep discussing in the chamber is about the employability of these graduates who come out of these colleges. Not only the engineering colleges, but also the other colleges. They are not employment ready. So the main focus has to be on skill development, trying to make sure that these engineers as well as other graduates are given some skills which are required for the industries in which they are going to be employed. So that means there has to be some kind of a, we can call it a skill development, or we can call it as finishing school, or whatever we want to call it. There has to be a focus on that. And if that could be done, the graduates who are coming out of these colleges will immediately find employment. SMEs. Tamil Nadu government is focused on SMEs. In fact, last year the budget with reference to various aspects of SMEs. Now, if that could be pursued further, and if the now the idea which we would like the government to pursue is that today, with reference to several industries, Tamil Nadu is either number 1 or it is within the top 3 in the country, top 3 states. There are industries where quite a few of them Tamil Nadu is number 1, and quite a few of them Tamil Nadu is within the top 3. Now, we must achieve over, some of them are listed out here, and we would give you the statements and printed out so that it is easier for you to take note of that. And on coming to the statistics, which possibly some of you would be
print out, I think you will have this slide. I think one of the statistics talks of not there.